Now from the WCCO Live Desk, you're watching CBS News Minnesota.
Hi, good morning. I'm Maria Lizignoli, and it's 10 o'clock live in the WCCO newsroom. Thank you for joining us at the Live Desk. Happening right now, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry, along with various development company officials, is announcing the redevelopment of the former Wells Fargo home mortgage campus. The press release this morning didn't include any other details about what this could be developed into. Barrett Leone is at the press conference that just started, and she'll bring you a full report live in our news at noon. And just into our newsroom in the last 2 hours, one person is dead after a crash in St. Croix County. The sheriff's office says deputies were called just after 8 Sunday morning to Badlands Road in Hudson Township for a report of a vehicle off the roadway. Investigators say a Ford F-150 crossed the center line, went into the ditch, and crashed down in a wooded embankment. The driver, 63-year-old Dennis Swenby of Downing, Wisconsin, was trapped inside and died at the scene. Authorities say Swenby was not wearing a seatbelt. The crash remains under investigation and marks the St. Croix County's third traffic fatality of the year. Minneapolis police have told us that 3 people were shot near East Hennepin and University Avenue Northeast around 12:30 this morning. One man was transported by ambulance to HCMC and suffered potentially life-threatening gunshot wounds. Police say 2 other men showed up at HCMC with apparent non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. No one has been arrested. We'll continue keeping you updated. Minneapolis police believe a group of people were in a parking lot when another group shot and killed a man. This happened around 1:30 yesterday morning near the Wedge Co-op on Lyndale Avenue South. Officers say they showed up to find a man with a serious gunshot wound. First responders took him to the hospital where he later died. Another person went to the hospital on their own and is expected to survive. No arrests have been made. Park police in Minneapolis are investigating after someone shot a woman near Boston Field Park. Officers say she was shot in her head and hand just before 10 Saturday night. First responders say she was awake and speaking before they took her to the hospital. We're working to learn more about her condition. A somber Father's Day for one family in Burnsville as their search continues for their father. Later this week will mark 1 month since anyone has seen this man, John Cupon. He is diabetic and concern grows every day. Our Barrett Leone was in Burnsville earlier this morning and has the latest on the search.
A family here in the South Metro, they are holding on to hope that their father comes home safe and sound, this coming off of Father's Day weekend, of course. Now, around town here in Burnsville, you'll see posters, flyers with the missing 53-year-old's face on it, as well as a plea for the public's help in finding him. Now, John Cupon was last seen May 26th. He was walking north on County Road 11 here in Burnsville. John is 5 feet 9 inches tall, 175 pounds, with brown hair, a gray beard, and brown eyes. He has no car or phone, and he's diabetic without his medication.
Love being outdoors and stuff like that, so he's very smart too, very resourceful, so he's probably just out in the woods somewhere, but we still just need to know that he's okay. You would think that somebody would see him and pass along the message or have some more information.
Now, anyone with information should call Burnsville Police. That number is 651-734-5076. And at this point, authorities and volunteers, they've searched by air and on the ground, but still no confirmed sightings of John.
A grassroots movement is pushing for a new property tax to help fund schools in Minnesota's largest school district. For the past several weeks, the group Parents for Good have been collecting thousands of signatures calling for the tax bump to fund day-to-day operations. They were trying to get 3,000 signatures to force a vote in November. At 6 p.m. tonight at the Sandberg Education Center, there will be a Let Us Vote rally and press conference, and then they will present the signatures to the school board. They say they want to celebrate this milestone and show the school board that their community wants the opportunity to vote on school funding this fall. New this morning, we've learned former Federal Reserve Chairman Alan Greenspan has died at 100 years old. Greenspan was once hailed as a maestro for directing a booming economy. He later received some of the blame for the housing bust and financial meltdown that occurred after he left office. Greenspan served 5 terms as Fed chairman under 4 presidents, starting with Ronald Reagan in 1987. In 2006, his term under George W. Bush expired. His 18-and-a-half tenure is the second longest as the head of the nation's central bank. His death was announced in a statement by Andrea Mitchell, a correspondent for NBC News, and his wife of 29 years. The Special Olympic USA Games are here and highlighting much more than competition. Coming up, we'll tell you more about the resources for athletes and their families. Plus, as we take a live look outside downtown Minneapolis, we have a brand new forecast with Adam Del Rosso right after the break.
Now, from the WCCO Live Desk, you're watching CBS News Minnesota.
Welcome back to the Live Desk. Let's take a live look outside downtown Minneapolis. Do you see that next weather tower? It is shining gold because it is a top 10 weather day. Let's get all the deets with next weather meteorologist Adam Del Rosso.
Happy Monday. Next weather meteorologist Adam Del Rosso checking in. What a beautiful way to start the week. High pressure moving in, bringing more sunshine, comfy temperatures, and calm winds. That's why today is a top 10 weather day. Perfect to get the competition kicked off for the 2026 Special Olympics USA Games. That sunshine staying with us through the afternoon. Maybe just a few passing fair weather cumulus clouds through the afternoon, but high temperatures, they're going to be in the upper 70s, close to 80 in Minneapolis and in Blaine, both sites where the action is taking place. Which, yes, you couldn't ask for a better weather day. Now, there are going to be some changes tomorrow and Wednesday. We'll talk about those in a couple of seconds. But you can see statewide here, those temperatures just about right where they're supposed to be for this time of year. 78 in Mankato, 74 in Alexandria. A little bit cooler along the North Shore, but still not a bad day to be outside. We'll take you hour by hour on future radar through the overnight hours. Not much to talk about, aside from the fact that we will see some clouds increasing. For the morning commute tomorrow, I think most of us are dry. There could be an isolated shower or storm across far western Minnesota. A little bit more likely that we see those as we head through the morning hours toward lunchtime. But it's not until, I'd say, dinner time, evening commute, 4, 5, 6 o'clock when we start to see some of those scattered showers and storms move into the metro and the rest of the I-35 corridor. Some of them stick around as we head into our Tuesday night, but it's through the afternoon and first part of the evening where there's a little bit of a risk for some severe hail with those storms, especially as you get from central Minnesota, basically westward from the Brainerd Lakes area. There is a marginal level 1 out of 5 threat for those to happen. As they make their way eastward closer to the metro, they're going to lose some of their instability. So shouldn't be as much of a problem for the Twin Cities, but we'll keep an eye on that. Wednesday afternoon, a couple of spotty showers possible with some lingering upper level energy. High temperatures a little bit cooler back into the low to mid 70s, but we rebound back into the upper 70s as we end the week. We head into Pride weekend. There is the opportunity for a few storms, especially on Sunday. Timing still up in the air. We do have more confidence that it's going to turn warmer and more humid with temperatures back into the low to mid 80s, which for a weekend in late June, yeah, shouldn't be too surprised about that, Maria.
All right. Not surprised at all, Adam. Thank you. Well, today, 500 concession workers at Target Field are planning to go on strike for one day. Members of Minnesota's hospitality union Local 17 work for the Delaware North Company and earn minimum wage. These union workers who serve food and drinks at Twins games say they don't get health insurance through their employer. On May 1st, workers voted by 81% to authorize a strike if necessary. The union is asking fans to bring their own food to the Twins game tonight against the Los Angeles Dodgers and not cross the picket line by purchasing food or drinks. Now, the union is planning a picket outside Target Field starting at 4 p.m. We reached out to Delaware North to see if they'll be bringing in other workers for tonight's game. The company says they will have more than 250 temporary workers at Target Field. They add fans can expect a full and uninterrupted ballpark experience with all concessions operating as normal. The next bargaining session is set for tomorrow, June 23rd. This week, 3,000 athletes, 10,000 volunteers, and 75,000 fans will be building lasting memories. The Special Olympics USA Games are here and highlighting much more than competition, but also the important resources for athletes and their families. Earlier this morning, Joseph Dames was live at the U of M campus to learn about one of those resources.
I'm learning a lot about how these operations go, talking to all the different resources here this morning. And Dr. Brian Sick's position here is helping with screenings for these athletes. So tell me what's all involved with your portion of the Special Olympics.
Yeah, so let me start with why is this so important?
Yeah.
So our individuals with intellectual and developmental differences miss out on a lot of the health screenings that others might receive.
Okay.
And that results in a life expectancy that's 16 to 20 years less than the regular population.
That's a big part there. It's not fair. So this is why this is important.
Yeah. So we offer 7 different health screenings as part of the Healthy Athletes program.
Yeah.
This includes Special Smiles, where there's dental screening and education. This includes Strong Minds, where there's mental health screening. Health Promotion, where we do vital signs, body mass index, bone density. Hearing. They get their hearing assessed, and if they need a hearing aid, they get a free hearing aid. Yeah. As has happened for 10 individuals already.
And they may need that.
Yeah,
that's probably
right.
Life-changing. Yeah.
Exactly. They do some foot assessments for proper foot care and make sure their shoes fit well.
Yeah.
They do fitness screening with flexibility and strength. And then the one I'm really excited about is Opening Eyes, where they get their vision screened, and as they wait, they get eyeglasses made custom to them.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
That's sweet.
125 of our athletes have already received free eyeglasses in the last 3 days.
Custom glasses like that.
Made on the spot as they wait.
So where's this all being handled? Where's this all going down?
Yeah, so importantly, it's in the Health Science Education Center, which is where we educate all of our health profession students at the university.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But how many athletes are we working with here then?
It's about 3,000.
Okay.
So we expect about 15 to 17,000 screenings across all of those athletes.
Yeah. I know you're focused on the health of the athletes, but are you going to be focusing on any of the events? Are you going to be here watching any of the events here throughout the course of the week?
Absolutely. I'm making time to go and see some of the events. I've never actually seen bocce ball.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of interested in seeing bocce ball. I've just never seen them.
I love all the different events that are going on. We were just talking about how special it is to be here in the cities. You know, this happens every 4 years. I think it was 1991 the last time that it was here.
Yeah.
So how cool is it that it's here in the cities?
It's really special. First of all, that Minneapolis was chosen as the site of this every 4 years.
Yeah.
And the University of Minnesota is the ideal spot to
Perfect
host
spot.
this. Yeah.
Dr. Brian Sick with Healthy Athletes program here. Thank you so much for everything this morning.
Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. And you heard him talk about some of those competitions. They got started at 8 this morning, 16 different sports. Here's a look at the schedule. So far this morning, we've seen golf, bocce, tennis, gymnastics, so many different competitions. And if we scroll down to 10 a.m. right now, we can see athletes are competing in volleyball right now, but there are also several fan zones that are open and opening in the next hour. And these are all the places where you can go. Just go to the Special Olympics USA Games Minnesota 2026 website to see all of the different activities. Well, the Grandma's Marathon held its 50th race on Saturday, and it's becoming a dynasty for Minnesota distance runner Dakota Lindworm Poppin in Duluth. She won her third Grandma's Marathon Saturday. The St. Francis native crossed the finish line in 2 hours and 28 minutes, 45 seconds clear of second place. She became the third women's runner to win 3 Grandmas 3 times. The 2024 Olympian has now won this race the last 3 times she's entered it.
I would rather be here than anywhere on the planet, and to be a winner is obviously amazing, but at mile 24, so many people were cheering my name, and the entire course everybody was cheering for me, and it kind of just dawned on me, how can I lose when the entire city of Duluth is rooting for me?
Gosh, that's so awesome. And on the men's side, Emmanuel Messel of Eritrea won the race in his 3rd time running it with a time of 2 hours, 11 minutes and 21 seconds. Celebrating authenticity with the youngest Minnesotans, Como Zoo held their Family Fun Day as a kickoff for Pride.
Pride is more important than ever right now. Representation and having people see that the community is out here, that you have a place within this community, whether you're a community member, you're an ally, everybody is welcome and supported.
Organizers say the kid-friendly Pride is important for helping children know they have a place in the community. There were crafts, games, and food for guests. Twin Cities Pride will be hosted in Loring Park next weekend. And still to come, what you need to know about a 5-day World Cup watch party that can help support businesses hurt during Metro surge. And we talked about it. Action is underway at the Special Olympics today. The big impact it'll have on the Twin Cities.